it's Claire from ScrappyNerdUK, and welcome to the next instalment of December Daily Directory. So this is where I'm putting together my foundation pages. So because of already the prep work I've already done, this is going to make it really nice and simple for me to be able to put together my pages for December Daily this year. So this one to start, it's nice and simple. This is a 3x8 pocket, and all I've done is just cut a piece of I think it's snowflake acetate, and popped some little pom-pom trim on the side and the number 1. I'm trying to think ahead of to what days I already have something planned, and I'm just going to pop a little post-it note into where I think my photo might go. So I've left myself a 6x8 sleeve for this day, and I found a piece of ephemera that was going to work with the photo that I knew that I was going to take. It's my wedding anniversary on the 1st, so I know that we'll be going out and doing something, so I want a big photo for that one. And then on the 2nd, we will be putting our Christmas decorations up. So again, I've left the back of that 6x8 to put a photograph of the tree in. Then I've already pre-cut these cut files, and I'm using some of these as my numbers. So that was number 2. So we're on to, this is part of day 2 as well. So again, these cards were already done in the DIY filler cards videos. So that saves me the job of having to do anything else apart from put them in the plastic sleeve. So I'm just going to pop a note in there just to say decorating the house, so I know what sort of photograph I want to include. Then on to day 3. Again, these are some filler cards that I've made, and so I'm just deciding where I'm going to place them. I did find that whilst I was doing the foundation pages that it does appear I might struggle for a spot for a photo in some of these days, and you'll see why. But there are ways around adding photos in, and that can include adding in a tag, so an extra place for you to add photos. You could add a 6x8 piece of pattern paper straight in as well. It doesn't have to be in the page protectors. So there are ways of being able to add in extra. You can, if you've got a fuse tool, you can add extra pockets with a fuse tool. So there's many different ways that you can incorporate more photos if you haven't got the space, you haven't left the space. So these little circle embellishments were made in the DIY embellishment, one of the DIY embellishment videos. And if you haven't watched those, then there's a whole playlist so far on this series. So do make sure you go back and grab a look at those. So all I'm doing is just spreading these out, and those little snowman circle stickers, I've popped them one on each side of the pocket, so you don't get to see the ugly sticky back of the sticker. And I think they match. I think they match each other, but it's not a massive issue if they don't. Just 2 circle stickers, and you can leave the pocket clear, and you can see them from both sides. And these ones are sticky enough to stick to the outside without having to worry as well. And then just my number on this one, the number 5. So that work that I'd already done on these little circle embellishments cut my time in half in dealing with this. So I'd already stuck down those little frames there. They again are from one of the DIY embellishment videos, and I was experimenting and popping that onto a pocket to see if I liked it seeing through, and I did, and I just left it there, and I thought I'll use it for one of the days. And so I'm going to use it for day 6. So I'm going to struggle with these the white numbers, because I don't know if I like the fact that you can see through I like the fact that you can see through to the back, but equally I don't like the fact that I've got a backwards 6 on the other side. So I'm not too sure what I'm going to do about that. But until I start putting the photos in, I'm not going to worry about it too much. I'll see how things are. So what I've done with some of the numbers is I've lightly tacked them down. So that number 7 is ever so lightly glued down, just with a little bit of double-sided tape. So if I want to move it, I can do. Equally, if I don't like the pattern paper that's there, I can again move it. So nothing has to be set in stone when it comes to the foundation pages. Now this here is a, all I did with this is I got a lamination pocket, and I sprinkled some glitter in the middle and I run it through the laminator. So I made two of these cards, and I just popped a piece of ephemera on each of them, and those were done. I wish I'd have made some more of these actually, because I do quite like how they look. So the number 8 goes in, and then just on the back there, what I've done is I've just cut a little square of coordinating paper and popped my number on there, so it's covering up that ephemera piece behind. And then I'm just noting where my photographs are going to go. And then this is where I struggle to think, I wanted this card in there, but if I put it in that pocket, then I'm going to lose the space for where my photo is going to go. So this might have to be one of the days where I add in another sleeve, or I add in a tag, or I do something else. So on to day 10, this was nice and easy again. This was prepared before I started putting my album together. That's the coffee cup cut file from Pretty My Page, which is linked below. And all I've done is just pop that, cut it twice. I popped it one side, each side of the acetate, and then that goes in the album. Just a tip, if you're adding things in, it won't be 6x8. You need to factor in the extra bit for where it goes through the rings as well. So day 11 was very simple. I just popped that card onto the back of that 6x8 paper. Again, it's not stuck down, so if I want to move it, that's equally okay. That will come out. Day 12, again, another one of the pre-done filler cards, and that little wood veneer wood button I've stuck to the outside of the pocket to stop the plastic from warping. And I quite liked the having things in and outside of the pockets. And if you're ever a bit concerned, then just add some extra double-sided tape. So these cards were already done as well in my DIY filler card video. And one says hot cocoa and marshmallows, I think, or something like that. And then the other one says this story. So I've already pre-planned that I'm off to Costa that day to go and get my Christmas hot chocolate. So what I've done here with this one is it's another one of those little 2x2s. So rather than circles, I'll go with squares this time. Again, these are already pre-done embellishments and just some cut up 2x2 pattern paper. And that 14 there, what I did is I cut down another spare page protector to a 2x2 inch size, and I popped my numbers onto that so it can go into the pocket clear, but it won't move around. So I'm just fussing with these bits of paper just to decide where I want to put them. Those little frames there, again, are from another one of the DIY videos. So I want to show you that with all the prep that you do, you can do in advance in terms of making filler cards, making different embellishments. It can really speed up the process of making your foundation pages. There we are, that's just that 14 in there. And then I've fused in some sequins. And again, that 15 is loose on the back. So if I want to If I want to pull that out and move it, then I can do. Now I'm going to leave the rest of 15 blank because I think I might want to include a load of small photos. Here's another one that I made. It's just a glassine bag and I popped some hole reinforcers on it. And I just put some tags in there. So I know that I've got my, I think I've got my nephews coming to stay that day. So I left plenty of space for them. I want them to add in some journaling to the album as well. So I left some tags in there for that to happen. So again, I've left 2 spots there for journaling and photos. And day 16, again, just the pre-made filler cards. And it's that simple to put it together. So I'm just going to give you a very quick flip through. I will be adding extra things in, but this is where I'm at with the foundation pages so far. So if you have any questions, then do leave them in the comments down below. Let me know if you're taking part in December Daily. Let me know where you're at. Let me know if you've got your foundation pages done or if you're a sort of do it as you go sort of person. But I'm loving how this album is turning out, especially because it's non-traditional colours with the pinks and that sort of thing. So I am really, really enjoying this. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow for the next one. Bye.